Good morning, all of you. I'm Danidu from NCUK ID 115583. Today I'm here to talk about the future of urban design, balancing innovation and human needs with autonomous vehicles. So this is how my presentation moves on. First, I'm gonna do the summary from the lecture, and then I'll move on to the synthesis, and after that I'll move on to the conclusion. First of all, I'd like to introduce you about the summary of the lecture. First and foremost, it's automobiles and urban environments, their impacts, that is their disadvantages and advantages. First of all, let's talk about the benefits. As I have mentioned here, convenience, accessibility, economic activity. And the drawbacks: congestion, pollution, safety concerns, and public space loss. So if you have an automobile in your home, you know what are the disadvantages. I know they are very advantageous, but yeah, there are some disadvantages. Well, the next one is our design principles creating livable cities. Well, this is the concept of place. That means when you are in an urban environment, it's very important to have an urban plan that will not interact with the automobiles. So these are the sources from the lecture which I got here, and two things I would like to tell about, that is the value and the quality of the place. So moving on to the next one, the impact of cars on residents. Well, the impact of cars on residents is that it creates traffic, cultural changes, and economic changes that has led to a very big contribution. So there are, if you think there are only advantages, well, here are some disadvantages on the automobiles, or you can say there are impacts on the residents. So, as further juxtaposed in the lecture, I would like to talk about the urban planning objectives, kind of redefining the city. So, key objectives for sustainable and people-centered urban development. Well, the general idea of this is reduce costs and redesign the urban environment. So withdrawing these types of things will help you to have a very maintained and a very clear urban environment, as said in the lecture. So one is shared spaces. Well, shared spaces is less clutter and organized traffic flow, enhances social responsibility and community building. Well, one is the AV, cutting edge technological advancement. That's one of them. Well, talking about this, you can see that I have differentiated them to 4 levels. I would like to further explain those 4 levels. What are they? First, from the level 0 to 4, level 0 is level of automation, refers to vehicles where the driver is fully control of all aspects of driving. So the level 1 is certainly driving assistant features such as adaptive cruise control or lane keeping assist. Level 2 is vehicles at this level of more advancement driver assistance, that is you can call as ADAS. And level 3 is automation enables conditional automation, where vehicles can manage most aspects of driving that under certain conditions or environment. And the level 4 is obviously fully autonomous operator under specific conditions or with certain geographical areas, as just proposed in the lecture. The other model is the SICAV model. That one I would like to tell it in my synthesis, so it will be very clear to you. Well, these are the benefits of autonomous vehicles. I said that in the previous slides as well. Well, let's move on to the synthesis taken from the podcast, lecture, and the text. Well, the first one is autonomous vehicles and their urban design. Well, it's it's all about the urban evolution and the integration and balancing act. As you can see here, I have mentioned here. Well, here is the one I told you before, that's the SICAV model. Well, it stands for Shared Electric Connected Autonomous Vehicles. This model represents an innovative approach to urban transportation that integrates shared electric powered, connected and autonomous vehicle with smart infrastructure. Well, as you can see, what is you have a clear idea on the SICAV model. What is SICAV model? Well, let's talk about their benefits. Reduce congestion, that's very clear. Environmental sustainability, improved safety, and enhance mobility. I will not explain it in detail, but you have a clear idea on what it is. And overall, SICAV represents a transformative approach to urban transportation that prioritizes sustainability, safety, efficiency by leveraging shared electric, connected, and autonomous vehicles. So that is simple as that. Second model is such a very good aspect in far as this urban design concept is concerned, as just proposed in the podcast. And challenges and consideration. Well, here are challenges. Implementation of timeline, technological limitations, social norms, and cues. Well, I'd like to say that in further. This is what it is said, that under challenges and consideration, there are three phases in it. First one is initial phase, intermediate phase, and advancement according to the timeline. And that's one of them. And about the technological limitations, as you can see, AVs currently require human monitoring and intervention. That is also taken under three terms. That is short term, medium term, and long term. Balancing safety and convenience. Well, prioritizing both human well-being and technological advancements is one kind of a thing that you can have when you are balancing safety, convenience. That is AVs, shared spaces, over dependence on technology, and unclear regulations. Well, solutions for a smooth transition. Well, I'd like to say that in my conclusion, as said in the text and in my synthesis, comprehensive approach on research, such things. So, well, addressing social challenges beyond technology. In discussing these benefits in the shared spaces, I previously said in the lecture, it is very clear that the real world needs some kind of an autonomous system model. But if you are not having a proper maintenance in that, you will always fail and you will always be very cruel to the environment. So maintaining an urban development in contrast with autonomous vehicles is something that you will always going to have it in the future. So those things will affect not today but tomorrow. Well, here's my conclusion. So I'd like to conclude as saying that as we envision the future of urban design amidst the rise of autonomous vehicles, that AVs, as the implementation of shared spaces in imperative to strike a delicate balance between technological advancement and human-centric consideration. Ultimately, the future of urban design lies in our ability to harness and benefits of technology innovation while remaining grounded in our commitment to creating cities that are vibrant, accessible, and sustainable for all residents by embracing balancing act. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Thank you.